Okay, first things first, third angle orthographic, classic exam question. Please can you name this symbol? Okay, it's the symbol for third angle orthographic. You could get away with just saying third angle, you could get away with just saying orthographic projection, orthographic projection. You could get away with any of that, but it's a classic exam question, honestly. It says it up here. That's the symbol. That what it means. Basically, what it's showing is it's showing something from the front. So it's showing this view, and then it's showing it from the side. So that side view there. Okay, so it's to show you that's what sort of drawing it is. Below is a box with a clear plastic window used to package the chocolate. The radius of the circular window is 10 millimeters. So that means it's got a diameter of 20. So I'll put 10 there and put 20 there, just so I know. In the middle at the top, the radius of the circular window in the middle of the top face, so it's in the middle, so it's giving us some information there, is 10 millimeters. The grid opposite shows an incomplete orthographic drawing. Complete the orthographic drawing by drawing the missing lines. Do not include hidden details. Oh, okay. So it doesn't want any hidden details of that, any see-through bits. Dimensions given for one side, use British standards conventions, that's fine. Add the following dimensions to the box: the length of the chocolate box, the height. Okay, right, first of all, let's complete the drawing. So to complete the drawing, we've already got that line in place and we've got a grid line to help us, so let's just draw it up, okay? And then let's complete that at the top there. Now it's slightly off the grid, you will notice. And that's been done on purpose. So it's slightly off the grid. That's the first thing we need to notice. The next thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find the middle, because the top view looking down is going to see the circle. We've got this view, that's that one, number 1. We've got this view, so from this angle that's number 2. Oops, not 20, 2. So that's 2. And then we've got this angle, the third angle looking down, 3. Okay, so we need to mark off, we'd see this top surface, we'd see this top blank, and we'd see the circle. The circle's got to be exactly in the middle. So we need to locate the middle first, so let's just count up. I'm going to discount this half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 6 down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's going to be in the middle actually. Let's just mark that. It's in the middle of those two. Yeah. So the middle line is around here. So that's where the center of my circle is, because that's the center there. So I found the center of my circle. It had a 20 mil diameter. So 510. So I'm just marking out my circle. Okay. So this bit's where it goes halfway up. So 1, 2. So halfway to there. 1, 2. Halfway to there. Now if you had a compass, I'd use a compass. But the likeliness is that you won't. It doesn't say to take a compass into the exam anyway. There's no reason why you can't, but. So there's my circle. I've just roughly penciled it in. It's right in the center. Now if we look at that, we know the diameter of this, it's 30 mil. So we've got to have 30 mil here. So we've got, it's going to be slightly off the grid, look, because we've got 10, 20, okay. Third, let's just double check that, because it's 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. So it's halfway up. Right, now we can draw those lines in. Okay, so I'm just using counting. The other way that you can do it as well is by drawing a 45-degree line across here. Okay, but because it's not on the grid, it makes it really difficult. And then you could send these lines up and across to get it exact, but that's absolutely perfect. We know we've got it 30 mil, so that's correct. So I can draw that in with pen now. Let's pen it in. That's one. There's 2. And this is the top surface as we're looking down. Oops. Again, they've been a little bit crafty drawing it off the grid. That's the way it is, and I always think it helps if you rotate round as you draw. So started off appallingly. Let's see if we can rescue it a little bit. Okay, that's not bad. You're getting your mark. Well, it is bad, but it's not bad. You're getting your marks for the dimension. Okay, we've got to dimension it now. So when you're dimensioning a circle, you can do what's called a diameter line. So going across, and it's 20 mil. And the little symbol that you use is this. I'm going to draw it. In fact, you're supposed to do it first, so let's do it properly. So you draw a little circle with a line across it, and then you write the dimension. So that's how you label the dimension of a diameter of a circle in orthography. That's referring to this British standards. It's like a standard convention for all drawings. Okay, we need to label the other things. So you have what are called leader lines, and again I just use pencil first, okay, and then I'm going to draw an arrow between them. Traditionally the arrows should be 2 mil wide and 4 mil long traditionally, but just make them look the same and make them touch the leader lines. So the leader lines lead your eye to the edge of the object, but they don't touch the edge that you're measuring. Dimension line goes like that, and then you can put the dimension on the side. So let's work it out. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's not quite halfway, which would be 2.5, so it must be 52. Okay. The length of the chocolate box, the height of the chocolate box, we've done that. The size of the circular window, we've done that. This is a specification. I always think it's worth ticking them off. The length of the chocolate box. Okay, so where possible, the dimension line should always be the same distance away where possible. So 1 centimetre, 1 centimetre. Leader lines, lead your eye up to the edge. And I've just go slightly past. Arrowheads should be 2 millimeters high. They should be filled in, not hollow. That would be wrong. So fill it in. Okay, leader lines almost touch. And what have we got? Is it so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And you always put your dimensions in the middle. Okay, so I've dimensioned that. I think I've done everything. So we've labelled the height. We've labelled the length. That should be full marks looking at it. Okay. I've just forgotten to put in my little arrows there to show the diameter. There we go. Now it's full marks.